Hello once again, our most valued student. My name is Confident and welcome to the mathematics revision guide as you're preparing for your June exams. And also, of course, this will be making sense even if you're preparing for your November exams, but mainly it's for the June. So if you're preparing for your June exams, this is the ultimate guide and it's for the underdogs. What is an underdog? Someone who says, I'm struggling, but I want to improve my maths. And look at what I'm going to cover in this lesson. This is trigonometry, understanding the calculation of angles. So this is what I'm going to do, where I took all the previous papers on possible trigonometric calculations that will need a calculator. You see, all this, I'll show you how easy is the use of your calculator here. And if you stay tuned and you don't lose me and you watch this video until the end, I'm going to show you the secret of making sure that you pass this kind of questions. It's the secret that you can use always, and trust me, once you master it, you don't have to think twice whenever you come to this section. All right, now another thing, in the previous lesson, already there are lessons that I've been doing previously where we're looking at this kind of questions. If you miss them, it means you need to go backwards. And then I gave you a homework. I said, look, do this part of this question, and now check out if ever. Let's quickly do this so that you can see whether you did well. It was a homework that I gave you guys, and check this. Says in the diagram below, PXY is a point on the fourth quadrant. There it is. BOP was theta, and 17 cos minus 15 is equal to 0. Then they say what? Make use of the information provided in the diagram to determine the length of OP. See, this is your OP from the beginning up to that. It's your OP. Let me make it with red. This is your OP, and it's R. And you remember now, if you've been doing them, R squared is what? X squared plus Y squared. It's the Pythagoras. But of course, you have to come back from here. What is this? They gave you this for a reason. 17 cos theta minus 15 equal to 0. Take minus 15 to the other side, so you'll have 17 cos theta. From negative, it will become positive 15. But how do you separate this 17 from cos? It's multiplying, so you divide by 17 both sides. See that? That's how you get your cos theta. So cos theta is 17, it's 15 over what? 15 over 17. Now, something interesting. You know what is cos? Cos comes from car, and we said car means what? Opposite. Cos theta is equal to adjacent actually over hypotenuse. That's your car. And adjacent is what? X. And hypotenuse is what? R. So we do have the value of R. This is your X. X is 15. So here where there is X, you can see that I got 15 and it's positive, so it makes sense. And then what about Y? I don't know Y yet. And then this is my R. So you can see that R is 17. That's why it was 1 mark. They say determine the length of OP. OP is equal to what? 17. See, from just understanding this SOHCAHTOA thing. So we know our R is 17. But guess what? They will still want you to find one of them, Y. We need to find the Y value. Back again to our trigonometry. Says calculate the value of tan theta. We can't find tan theta, and we can't prove this one. We can find tan theta. Let me just do tan theta here. Remember, tan theta, it's what? Tau. Tan is tau. It's O over A. And then what is my O? You see there, I'm stuck now. My opposite is Y. My adjacent is X. So I'm forced to know the value of Y. Now, Pythagoras theorem, this is always gonna work. But you can see now, be careful, Y is negative. See this? It's not positive. So you'll see what to do there. What is it? Bracket R, we say it is 17 squared is equal to X squared, which was 15 squared plus Y squared. Right? Then 17 squared minus 15 squared is equal to y squared. You can use a calculator there to find what is that, 17 squared minus 15 squared. What you get? I get 64. So 64 is equal to y squared. Now pay attention, I need to square root now. I'm going to square root here, but when I square root here, I must say what? Plus or minus. I've been emphasizing that to say you need to give me plus or minus. Don't forget that. So the answer then will become what? The answer will be plus or minus 8 is equal to y. And I already told you y cannot be positive in the fourth quadrant. You can see it's negative. So therefore, y is equal to the negative 8. Don't take the positive. Then with that, you know that here I can erase now and put my y as what? As negative 8. Then I can find now my 10. It's y, which is equal to negative 8 over x. We said what was x? X was 15, right? There it is, negative 8 over 15. What about, they say, prove that. See, that's how you know that you're correct. Cos squared theta plus sin squared theta is equal to 1. And I told you how to do cos squared. And we just did cos is 17 over 15 there. So we are going to say here bracket, not 17 over 15, but 15 over 17 squared plus sine. What is sine? Remember, it's so, which is equal to O over H, which is what? Y over R. Plus, so what is my y? We just did it, minus 8 over R squared. Let's do that. That's how you check it. So you say bracket 15 over 17, you close it squared, plus fraction negative 8 over 17 and squared equal to, there is 1, which is equal to right hand side. You just prove that. You see that? That's how you prove such a question. You know, it take a bit of time, but that's how you do it. Now let's look at today's lesson. This is where I am actually today. Understanding calculations of angles. Now says determine the value of the following by using a calculator. So here we're using a calculator, but I want to show you how easy it is to use your calculator. But if you're not careful, you're gonna get bent. So there it is. The other, this one is actually simple. 4 sin 120. You can't get this wrong. When it opens, please close the bracket, and then 10 200. You see the calculator is opened, close the bracket, minus cos what? 70. Then you close the bracket, equal to, there is the answer, 157, what? 817. You can do that depending which decimal place is there. That was that question. Let's look at the next question. Determine the value of theta in each of the following equations correct to one decimal place. If theta is less than 90. Now less than 90, again they are saying this. Remember, this is 0, this is 90, meaning you are in the first quadrant. So this is the region where theta is positive. That's what they're saying. Are you getting that? Theta is less than 90. So from 90, it's positive. Now look at this. 3 cos theta is equal to this. Simple. Now if I say to you 3 cos theta is equal to 2, 1, then how do I remove 3? I divide by 3 both sides there. Then there it is. Then cos theta is equal to, that's where you write now, not cos theta. Yes, cos theta. For now, let's maintain it. Let me actually not waste time here. So you see, I've got cos theta now. How do I find theta? Because I've already divided. So theta is equal to, that's where you say arc cos. You say arc cos, not inverse of cos, but arc cos. Then you say 2, 1 over 3. See that? Then you get the angle now. Theta, it must be in degrees. So what you do, you take a calculator, and then with the calculator you say, you use the shift arc cos. There it says shift cos, that's the arc cos. And then you say what? 2, 1 over what? 3. See that? And then you get that 45,57. If they want 2 decimal places, if it's 3 decimal places, 45,573. Your calculator can round for you. Shift setup. If you want 3 decimal places, say 6. Fix to 3 decimal places. There it is. 45,573. If you want to take it back to normal, shift setup 8, and then say 1. It will go back to normal. So it's 45,57 to 2 decimal places. And then this is degrees. See that? That's how you solve it. Alright, so that is the first part of the question. What about the second part? Let me take this to the top here, leave it there. What about the second question? The second question says 2 marks also. It says, since this is called to that, be careful now, pay attention now. This one. Pay attention. You do the same thing. The moment they give you like that, you say it's this, you take it as one thing. So you take it as theta plus 25 degrees. Okay, let me say let this be equal to x. See, so what do you have? We have got sine x. I said let that thing be equal to x. I just want to show you how easy not to confuse yourself. You say sin x is equal to 0,845. See, and then after that you say x is equal to arcsin 0,845. You see, it's easy to get that angle x. You just say arc. Then when you do that, what it will give me, it will be shift shift arcsin 0,845. it will give me an angle. I'll maintain to 2 decimal places, 57,67, which is 57,67 degrees. But don't forget, you see, I used x. Don't forget, I can now remove that x here, and where there was x, remember x is what? Theta plus 25. See, you just do that. Theta plus 25. See that? Then after that, take 25 to join that angle. Then you've got theta is equal to 57,67 minus 25. That's how you solve it. Then theta becomes that. In a way, as I say, guys, it's not supposed to stress. 57,67 minus 25. There it is. Then you get your answer 32,67. See, that's how you work on it. They say it is less than 90, so you see the answers are also okay in the first quadrant. Alright, so that is how you approach some of these questions, some of these answers. Alright, so let's also put this away for now. Let's put it a bit that side, throw it away there. Alright, so okay, don't know why I couldn't select. Okay, it's fine. Let's move on to the next one. What is the next question saying? It says use a calculator to find the values of the following corrected to 3 decimal places. Look at this. 3 sin that, and then let me do that all at once and show you what you do here. Here on the tan squared, okay, let's start with sec. Let's start with sec. 2 marks. Look at this. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. This one we're gonna do it straight. Sec is cos. Remember, this is same. You can't punch that in the calculator. You say 1 over cos 50. It will give us an answer. And then the other one, when you see this 10 squared, what you do is you'll put a bracket and you put a squared like that. So let's do that with the calculator and see how you must find your way in this whole thing. The other one is 3. You just say 3 sin 138,7. Can you try it also while I'm doing it? Can you practice that with the calculator? I'm just gonna pause a few minutes. Just practice this and see if ever your answers are gonna match with mine, or you pause the video instead. Alright. Oh, they say to what? 3 decimal places. Okay. Calculator following to 3 decimal places, and I'll show you how to even round off. See, very important to even round off. So try that and tell me what you're getting. Alright, let's do it. So it's 3 sin 138,7 close the bracket equal to There it is, to 3 decimal place. Look, I round off is 1,980, of course, but I round off, shift, set up, 6 is fixed. How many decimal place? 3. Then the calculator can give your answer now. That's the first one. Second one, sec 50, remember I told you is 1 over cos 50. So the calculator will maintain that rounding off, but you need to take out later. There it is, 1,556. Then the other one is 4, bracket, it's 4, 10. See, you can't put 10 squared. 10. See, if you say 4, you open your bracket, but the calculator, when you say 10, it opens its bracket. So you say 288, 2. You close that of the calculator, and you close yours and put a squared. Be careful there. Then dot means times cos 164, 6. Seeing that, then you divide by sin 199, 4. Then you close the bracket. Don't know whether I did close all my brackets there. I didn't close there. It's always important to close the bracket. Equal to, that is 107,402. It's already rounded off, but if you want to remove the rounding off, shift, set up, 8, then normal, you press 1 there, and to take us back to the bigger numbers in terms of decimals. Alright, so that was that. Let's take this smaller again. Use your calculator to determine the value of the following correct to 2 decimal places. 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. There it is. We need to use a calculator here. Now, sec, you must know it's 1 over cos. And then sin squared, you must know you put a bracket, you remove that, you put it there. And then we're good to go. Let's try that. Okay. Again, by the way, try it first. Try it. Try it. It was like this. Try it first with the calculator. Try it and see what you get. This is my squared. I remove that. Try it with the calculator and see what you get. Okay? Because it is very important for you to keep practicing. Remember, guys, I'm not spoon feeding you here. I'm preparing you for the exam. So here you say 1 over sec is cos 40. I see that. And then plus square root of 10, 50. Okay, don't forget to open and close bracket. Then minus, play forward and ensure that the square root is not extending. 3 over what? See, that's where it's sin. They like teasing you there. Look, you open your bracket for that square, and then sin, the calculator opens its own 28. You close the calculators, you close yours, and you square. That's where they want to check you there. Times 1 over 4. Alright, then cos 62. Don't get such things wrong. There, if they say what? Correct to 2 decimal places, they change. Shift, set up, 6 fix, and I put 2 decimal places, 0,80. See? That's it. But if you wanted to do it yourself, 8 is normal, 1 is 0,995. They were just confusing it there. You can actually confuse it that this is 0,80. Some they'll say 0,8, but 2 decimal place 0,80. Let the calculator do that for you. Alright. Then the next one here says solve for theta correct to 1 decimal place. This one. Now be careful here. And they're telling you theta is in the first quadrant between 0 and 90. Remember? Be careful now here. What you do is I need to get rid of that 2. So since it's a fraction, I multiply by 2. Even here I multiply by 2. It's an equation. That 2, that's how it will go. So I will have cos, look at this, 2 theta minus 10 degrees is equal to 0,091 times 2, which we're going to solve. You can even find the answer of 0,091 times 2 and see what it gives you. Let's do that. 0,091 times 2. What am I getting? I'm getting 0,182. So this is actually 0,182. So far, so good. That is where now I say to you, if you are now stranded at this stage here, you take this guy and say let it be x, so that you've got cos x is equal to 0,182. Then what is x? X is equal to arc cos 0,182. So it makes it easier to follow up. Now what is arc cos that? What is arc cos 0,182? Shift arc cos. Whenever you've got cos something and a number on the other side, to find the angle from a number, you say arc. To get an angle, you use arc. So arc 0,182. That's how you find angles. Then you get that they say correct to one, solve for theta correct to one decimal place, which is 79,5. So here I've got 79,5 degrees. But this is my x. But I was not finding x. I never started with x. Now I'm removing this x thing. Even here, it was just to make me understand. Then I just put in there what I had before. 2 theta minus 10. I continue with it. 2 theta minus 10. 2 theta minus 10. See? Then you continue now your normal working. Now minus 10 degrees, it can join. It was negative. It passed the equal sign to become positive. It will join there. So you've got 2 theta is equal to 79,5 plus 10. Then this will be equal to 89,5. But this what? 2 theta. They say solve for theta. Then I'm not done. 2 theta is 2 times theta. I need to get rid of that 2. We divide by what on both sides? By 2. So that is gone. Opposite of multiplication there is division. Then you can say you got your answer there, which is 89,5. And that 89,5 you divide by what? You divide by 2, which is 89,5. And then it will give you now the answer as what? 44,75. One decimal place, 44,8. That's how these questions you can approach them as they come. Alright. Difficult? I don't think so. Easy? Not really easy, but manageable. Now determine the acute angle beta to 2 decimal places. Similarly, it's the same. They're just bringing it in different forms. Here, that's where I said you can let this thing be x. So what you just simply do, you say shift arc sign here. Okay, I'm gonna just work it a bit faster now. Already here, you see, once I've got sine and I've got a decimal number, to get the angle, I just simply say here, it's already done for me. I just say shift arc sign 0,215. There's nothing else I can do here. That's how I find the angle. And then to 2 decimal places, you see. So it's 12,42. I can round it off for me. 6 and 2 decimal places. 12,42. So here it will be x, which is beta minus 17,8. That is what you have. Is equal to what? I forgot that one. Sorry about that. Let me do it again. Shift arc sign 0,215 is 12,42. See that? That was my x. Remember, you can actually say sin x. Remove this and say sin x is that. But your x, you bring it back to say, oh, but my x is that. Then after that, take this thing to the other side. You have got your beta is 12,42 plus what? 17,8. I'm not going to solve it. You can do that for yourself. But I'm just showing you how. Can you try the second one yourself? It's also not difficult. Can you try it? They are giving you 10 3 beta. Again, you can remove this and make it just your x. Say let 3 beta be x. It's the same. Then after that, you put it back. So if it was x here, you're going to say x is equal to arc 10 square root of 3, you see. And then, because there's nothing else we can do from here, the next thing is to find the angle. Shift arc 10 root 3, then it's that. I think the problem was that I needed to do that. It's 60, see. But you know what is your x? Here you need to solve your x. What is your x? Your x is not just x, it's 3 beta. So 3 beta is that. Then how do you find beta only? 3 and beta are multiplying, so you divide by what you don't want so that beta can remain alone. See, it's multiplying, so you divide. There it becomes what? 20 degrees. That becomes your answer there, 20. I hope guys this is making sense. If it's making sense, don't forget, like the channel, share with your friend, and you never know, they might benefit also. Look at this. What do you do there? Two things are affecting you. I just want to show you. I cannot say arcsine already because you see this number is still bigger than 2. Bigger than 1. For example, out of interest, if I say shift arcsine, if you thought you can do it at this stage, I say 2,012. Look what the calculator will say, error, because it's not yet, you are not yet done. You need to remain with only sine and the angle inside. Like here, the number there must be 1. The number there must always be 1. But here the number is 3. Then you need to get rid of that 3. What is it doing? It's multiplying. So what must I do? I do opposite, divide by 3 on both sides. See what is happening? So then I will have sin beta over 2 is equal to, then you take that thing which is 2,012 divided by 3. Are you with me? So let's do that. 2,012 you divide by 3, and then you get what? 0,67066. Let's say 0,67. Then look, there is only sine angle, there is 1 there. Then you can say therefore that can become your x. Say x is equal to arc sin 0,67. But you know what is your x? You can actually already say, okay, I have wrote it now, but I can return my x as what? Beta over 2. See, then you find your arcsine, that which is shift arc sine 0,67. It will give us an answer which is 42,067. Shift set up to 2 decimal places. They say 2 decimal places, which is 47,07, 42,07. What is it? It's beta over 2. But now how do you get this thing of beta? Look at it. Since 2 is at the bottom, see, that's the whole thing. It's dividing. The opposite of division is multiplication. Multiply by 2, not 3. 2 and multiply by 2, then you get the answer there. That becomes your beta. If you multiply by 2 there, I think you'll get 84,14 degrees. That's always something you can repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Next one, it says what? So for x correct to 1 decimal place where 0 is less than or equal to x is less than 90 degrees. Can you try this one also? Similarly, we have done this. Actually, there is 2 questions we have done. This one is similar to this. Similar to this one. And this one is similar to, we did it previously. Go back to the video. There it is. See? It's similar to this one. There it is. The concepts are always the same. So I'm just bringing these to show you that time and again they'll always keep on bringing the same things, just that they're changing them. Okay, so here, what did I say? The moment you get this, just like we did here, 10 3p is this. So you automatically say shift at 10, because there's nothing else to do here. You identify, you ask yourself what's the number before 10? It's 1. Then you already say at 10 1,010. That would be what? That would be 2x is equal to, okay, because at this stage that's your 2x. Remember I told you is what is inside. This thing is arc. So 2x is equal to, then 2x is equal to, and then you need to divide by 2 at the end to get rid of that 2. So you say shift at 10 1,010. Then it's 45,285. 1 decimal place, 45,3. Then after that, 45,3. You divide by what? Divide by 2, divide by 2, and then you simplify that answer to what? To 1 decimal place. Alright, it is more like 2 comma, carry 1 there, 2 comma 6, which is 2 comma 7, I think, if you round off, but you can test it. Alright, move on to the next one. This one is also simpler. We said when you're given this, you cannot do anything until you get rid of 3 is dividing, multiply by 3 and multiply by 3, so that you have got sin 2x minus 20 is equal to what? This thing multiplied by 3, so it will be 0.099 times 3, which is what? 0.297. Then from there, you know what to do already. You look at it, there is a 1 there, which is good, but inside here, ignore that, write it again. Say 2x minus 20, that's your x, is equal to arcsine 0.297. You see that? When you try that yourself, find arcsine and find x. You know what to do. After that, take negative 20. What will it do? It was negative, it will cause this one to become positive. And then after that, after taking the negative 20, it will become positive. Then you divide by what? You divide by 2. Alright. Then your answer will come out without a problem. So, shift arcsine 0.297 equal to that. Then we say remember 20 is negative, we say plus 20 equal to that. Then we say divide by what? 37, that you divide by 2. There is your answer if you did it. 18.64 to 2 decimal place is equal to x. Don't forget, you do that, and then after that you divide by that 2. So you take that and divide by 2 on both sides. Alright, so that was that, and I'm just wrapping up this lesson. It's almost done. Look at this. A different kind of way they ask if x is that and y is that by using a calculator determine the following. So it is where there is x, you put 42. Where there is y, you put 68. Be careful now, it's 3y. So you cannot say 368. You put a bracket there because it's 3 times. The y and the x and the 3 there, they are multiplying. It's 3 times y. Alright, same thing. 10 squared, where there is x, you put 42. Where there is y, you put 68. And I told you the squared, be careful now, the squared does not affect 3. It only affects inside 10. So how do you do this? 2. Let's work them out together. They wanted just to test you. This is sin 42, open bracket, close it please, plus 2 cos, look what I'm gonna do, cos it, open bracket, 3 times 68, see what I did, close the bracket, equal to, that's how you say it. So you say this plus 2 cos 3 times that. What about the next one? Is 3 bracket, and then you say 10. The calculator opens the bracket where you put your 42 plus 68. You close that of the calculator, you close yours, and you square, then you get that answer 22.6. How many decimal place? 13 specify, maybe 2 decimal place, 22.65. And then this one says determine the value of theta if 0 is less, if theta is an element of 0 is less than theta is less than, correct to 3 decimal places. Same thing here. Do this. 2 is a problem there. Divide by 2, so that you've got sin theta is equal to what? When you divide by 2, can you try this one out? It's actually simpler now. Can you try this out? Just pause the video and try it out. Shift what? Arcsine. After dividing it to be 1,432 divided by 2. You are allowed to do that, because it's the answer that you do, divide by 2. Then you say shift arcsine. The answer is 45, 3 decimal place 725. 45,725. Theta is 45,725. The answer you get here is the one I was supposed to put there. Then after that you axing. You say, after getting the answer here, you say theta is equal to axing. You're allowed to even say axing 1,432 over 2. That's what I just did. It's allowed. What about tan theta? Look at this. I can work it once. I'm trying to show you how I can do it and get the answer first time. So I can say, remember there is 3 theta. So I will say 3 theta is equal to arc tan 6,345. Then to give me the answer. Then after that 3 is dividing. I divide by 3. I divide by 3. There it is. Theta is equal to, then I use that in the calculator. It will give me the same answer still. So it's shift arc tan. Okay. Shift arc tan. It's what? 6,345 over 3. There it is. And you get the answer. 27,014. 3 decimal places. Shift setup 6. That's how I set it up to 3 decimal places. 27,015. See that? 27,015. Alright, so this is just the simpler use of a calculator that you could have done. And then now, if I say do this for me, determine the value of each of the following by using a calculator. Write the following answers correct. 2 decimal places. X is equal to X is that, Y is that. They give you this. Look at this. You just put X there. You get your answer. Try it yourself. Just try this. You put it there. Then what about this one? Cosec. Can you try it yourself? What about this one? 2 cos X plus Y. Try it yourself. What about this one? Tan that. And then it says determine the value of theta if theta is an element of 0 to 90. And then they told you tan theta is this. Already done. You find theta now. And then there is the interesting one. 3 sin 3 theta minus 60 is equal to that. Can you try it? See what you get. And give me some feedback if ever this is a challenge. Just try it. But as I'm saying, pause this video and see what it gives you. I'm giving you some hints here. Cosec, don't forget, you must say 1 over what? Sine. Then you put where there is X, you put the value of X, plus where there is Y, you put the value of Y. So this is 1 over that. This one is standard. You put your X, you put your Y. This one is standard, but say times. Whenever there is X here, it's 1 over 3. Remember, don't here there is a dot, so put it as times. So it's 10 1 over 3 times X, which is 112,4. Then you get the answer. Are you with me? Then here it's easy. Here theta already 1. There is a 1 here, so theta is arc 10 2,736. It's 1 mark. Then here, that's where they wanted to be a bit checking on you here. First of all, the problem is your 3 there, so you divide by that 3. I told you there must be a 1 here, so that can't be there. When you see a 1, you can do, so divide by 3 first so that it goes. Then you'll have your sine 3 theta minus 60 degrees, and then you've got that 0,531 over 3. You can simplify it, you can leave it like that. Then this is more like X, so since this is 1, you can say therefore that X, which is 3 theta minus 60, is equal to arc sine. That answer you got there is 0,531 over 3. Then after that, you'll get an angle. Whatever answer you get here, negative 60 must join it. See, so it will be 3 theta is equal to, from negative 60 it will be 60 plus the answer you got there, it will come here plus this answer here. So whatever I got, then from there 3 is already a problem, is different. Then you divide by 3 here, you divide by 3 there, then you can obtain the final answer as theta is equal to what? F. Are you with me? So this is the ultimate guide. As I said to you guys, that's what I wanted you to learn. Is this the only thing? No, more trigonometry is following, so I'll follow up with another lesson and another lesson until the whole section of trigonometry is covered, so that when you go for that exam, you know, I know this part, this part, this part, and that part, and I wrap it up. That's why it's called the ultimate guide. If you look at the part here, what we said on trig, look at the topics covered. We said trigonometry, and the lesson here, it says ultimate guide. So guys, again, as I said, if you're not part of this channel and you're watching, but you know you're benefiting, but you feel like you don't want to subscribe, anyway, I don't know what to say to you. But look, the motivation behind is to see those numbers of how many people are watching these videos. It motivates me to bring more. So if you're not subscribing, you are actually saying to others, nah, this is not worth it. But if you are subscribing, and I see that there are people behind this channel who are watching, because YouTube actually shows me how many people are tuned in, though it doesn't tell me the actual names, but it tells us at any moment in time how many people are watching. So you know what it does? When I see exams approaching and I see people glued into the channel and they are watching the 24-minute lesson, I feel that satisfaction that says, indeed, these videos are making an impact. Some end up commenting even, which is wonderful. By commenting, you are even exceptional. Some, they subscribe, they turn on the notification bell, and they even send me comments. If you are that person, thank you. But if you are still watching without subscribing, I'm encouraging you, do that. And trust me, it helps you as I take you. Remember, this is your grade 10. I'll be with you in grade 11, and finally we will still be together in grade 12. So why don't we become a part of the family? I mean, you're part already, so let me guide you across with your maths and your physical science. We have come to the end of our lesson. Thank you.